Shri Guruvyo Namaha. Now we are going to see statistics in the subject economics. So in 11th standard, you will be learning two sections, section A and section B. Section A is statistics and section B is microeconomics. So in microeconomics, we have already discussed the first chapter. Now we are going to see the first chapter in statistics, Introduction to Statistics. So what is economics? So we already know that economics, it is the study of people and the society, how they are going to choose the scarce resources, that means limited resources, which has the alternative uses. With this, how they are going to produce the various commodities, that means the goods and satisfies, which helps them to satisfy the human wants. So economics is mostly discussed under the three parts, that is consumption, production and distribution. Consumption means it is a purchase of goods by the consumers. So we want to know how the consumer decides to buy the goods with his given income. So he will purchase the goods in order to satisfy the various needs. The next one is productions. Production means manufacture of goods by the producers for the market. So we want to know how the producer is going to choose what to produce the goods and how to produce the goods. And last come to the distribution. Here the distribution says about the GDP. GDP is gross domestic product. That means whatever the goods has been produced, it will be raised to the national income. That income, how it has been distributed, either it distributed through the wages, salaries, profit or interest. Now let's see the meaning of statistics. So it is, in simple words, we can say statistic, it is the study of numbers relating to the selected facts in a systematic form. Mostly the statistics deals with the numbers. The next one is, the statistics may be defined as the collection, organization, presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. So the data which has been gone through these various stages, which can be defined as the statistics. So statistic, it is a branch of mathematics which is applied in the field of accounting, economics, physics, finance, psychology and sociology. Now let us see the scope of statistics. The scope of statistics includes the followings. The first one is collection of data. So collection of data is it is a foundation for the data collections. So the purpose of this data is to show the evidence for clearing the solution to a problem. The next one is organization of data. So it involves arranging the things into groups. The purpose of this organization is to classify the raw data in order to bring them into order, which helps them for the future analysis. Presentation of data. Presentation of data mostly take places in the major two forms, that is tabular presentation and diagrammatic presentations. So tabular presentation means which the data is presented in the tabular column by the serial number, heading, subheadings, numbers, name of the students, all this will be presented. Diagrammatic representation means the information which is represented to the graph, that is bar graph, pie chart. Understand? And the next one is analysis. So here in this, the data are summarized by calculating the numericals by the way of mean and standard deviations. The mean and standard deviation help us to find out the relationship between the variance. Next one is interpretation. Interpretation, it is the last stage in the statistics. So the main thing of interpretation is to come for the conclusion from the data which has been collected. So for this interpretations, it is a difficult task which needs a high degree of skill and experience. The next one is importance of statistics. So importance of statistics simplifies the mass of data. Mass of data means collection of data in a quantitative manner, that is large number of informations. The next one is helps to get the concrete informations about any problem. Concrete information means in a physical flow, in a physical form of information. Helps for reliable and objective decision making, that is quality. Helps for reliable means good in quality, so provides a quality in the decision making. Next one, it represents the facts in a precise and definite form. Precise means exactly, providing the information exactly. Next, it facilitates the comparison. So already we discussed comparison means comparison between the variables x and y. Next, it facilitates the prediction. Predictions means the forecast that we can see in our daily news. They say about the weather forecast about the next 2 days or the next 1 month. The next one is helps in formulation of suitable policies. So help in the formulation of suitable policies for the government, for the welfare of the society, for the effective administration, for the politics and for the policy. Now let us see the relationship between the economics and the statistics. The first thing is formulation of economic laws. So if you see means we will study the basic problems of a country facing such as poverty and inequalities of incomes. So mostly the economics, it has the data both in the qualitative and also in the quantitative. So it helps in formulating the economics law. Second one is helps in understanding and solving an economic problem. So how to solve the problems? The data whichever is collected helps to solve the problem. The next studies of market structure. Market structure is nothing but the demand and the supply. Helps in establishing the mathematical relations between the two variables, that is a variable x and the variables y. So it is useful to study the behavior of the different economic analysis, how to analyze the data in the various forms. And the last one is price analysis. Helps to study about the increase in prices, what are the reasons for increase in prices and what are the reasons for decrease in prices. Now let us see the importance of statistics in economics. The first one is quantifying the economic problem. So we already know that mostly economics deals with the quantitative information. Okay, so for example is given is unemployment is said to be a 20% of India's working populations. The next one is intersectoral comparison. Intersectoral comparison means comparison between the sectors. So for example is looking after the impact of unemployment in the different sectors. That is the different sectors means in the agriculture sector or in agriculture sector we can see whether it is a rural or in the urban sector. Next one is importance in economics. So economics is mostly depend upon the measures on an aggregate manner, that is the gross national output, consumptions, savings, investment, expenditure and changes in the value of money. Next one is importance of politicians. Politicians plays an important role in designing the economic structure and in social and education policies of one country. In what way the education system has to be improved. For this purpose, it is helpful. The next one is important for the social reforms. It helps to find out the solution for the social evils such as the dowry, alcoholism, gambling, divorce, etc. for a great significance. So these are the importance of statistics in the economics. So balance we'll see it in the next session.